So later I will connect with you. Okay. Okay. Dinesh, please continue.
Yeah, thank you, Anu. Hello, everyone. Good morning. This is Dinesh. I'll be your
Morning,
cloud
sir.
trainer, and today I'll give you an introduction on Oracle Fusion Cloud and its flow structure in cloud ERP systems. Sharing my screen, please let me know when it is visible.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So before we start, just let me know how many of you are aware of Oracle Fusion Cloud as an ERP system. Okay, considering it no. So the Oracle Fusion Cloud applications is a cloud-based application which integrates all the business applications which are designed to help manage the organizations, their supply chain, finance, HCM, PPM, and customer experience modules. And the Fusion Oracle portfolio includes the Fusion Cloud ERP, which is an enterprise resource planning, HCM, supply chain, customer experience, enterprise performance management, and project portfolio management. So the ERP, enterprise resource planning, contains the finance and project portfolio management in it. So this is the basic architecture on how the Fusion data flows inside the cloud ERP. So we have three main modules. One is ERP, procurement plus finance, HCM, which is HRMS tool, human capital management, SCM, it is supply chain management. So these three are individual modules where the data flows in as being a different module. So these three modules have their own resources. A finance person may or may not know supply chain. A supply chain may or may not know HCM. In this way, these are three individual modules where the consultants work on. And now under this, there will be a shared data layer, which is where we technical consultants work. And this shared data layer is nothing but the BI reporting, the Oracle Analytics, VBCS, Oracle Integration Cloud. And under this, our business users and planning users, sales team will be working on, which is EPM module, where your sales, planning, budgeting, forecasting, and the project management teams work on. And under this, the customer experience engagement works. So this customer engagement is where the users, the business users, or the end users like suppliers, customers, these people work on. So CX is totally a different module, which as technical consultants, we won't be touching. Any questions still here?
Sir.
Can everyone please acknowledge?
No, sir. No,
Okay, moving to next. The key features of Oracle Cloud includes, so this is a cloud-based platform where there is no server being operated in the company. So let's say you are working for some company called Infosys. Now Infosys has hosted Oracle applications R12. So in this point of time, Infosys will have its own server and it will maintain its own EBS systems. But whereas in the cloud, it will not maintain any server, or it will not do any management in the EBS server. So the management and everything will be taken care by Oracle. Oracle will have its own server, its own uh, its own environment where it will give access to the Infosys to work on the ERP system. And as I have mentioned that the analytics and AI is a new feature which has been introduced in the Fusion applications, where we can do the predictive analytics, where we can automate the regular activities using AI Agent Cloud, Agent Studio Cloud, and also we can work on predictive analytics, which can predict the business success ratio in any of the projects. So this is a default feature given by Oracle in ERP Cloud. And coming to the UI, the UI is just a web-based UI where you do not need to download any plugin or where you do not need to download any software to support the the work environment like we do in Oracle applications as well. So this is totally a web-hosted pages where we work on the HTTP addresses directly, and no outstanding tools are required. And on every quarterly cycle, we will have the updates provided by Oracle with updated features of security patches and the new business features. So the business features, I mean, is whether it is HCM, whether it is SCM, finance, PPM, all the modules which will have its own updates where Oracle will be introducing the new business functionalities to ease the business requirements which businesses struggle to maintain on day to day. Are we good? Any question? Now, coming to the portfolio overview. So as I have mentioned on the modules, a quick explanation on them. So the ERP is, it automates the finance, procurement, PPM, and accounting operations. So the finance have the modules AP, AR, cash management, and GL. GL is joined with subledger accounting, where the data flows through subledger accounting and then goes to GL. Procurement. Procurement is a combination of PO and supplier portals. And supply chain is, the procurement sits in supply chain, but here in Fusion it is treated as a different module and it will have different consultants. Not all supply chain consultants can manage procurement again. Whereas in our Oracle applications, procurement used to sit in supply chain and supply chain consultants used to manage that, but cloud has different functionalities here. And project management, this is also called as PPM. Here we manage the project portfolios. So let's say a company, maybe if we can take the example as Infosys will have different projects. Each project will have different hierarchy and the different tasks, different contracts and everything. So task, contract, expenditures, comes under a project, and that will be managed by the project portfolio management. And coming to the accounting operations, the accounting operations are um, you know are the advanced topics which will be covered under cash management and subledger accounting and GL. Coming to HCM, here this HCM supports human resource professionals where all the HR operations like recruitment, payroll, performance, workforce, and absence management are covered under this HCM. And to be honest, I'm not aware of any topic in the HCM. So I'm not an HCM consultant. HCM will have you know consultants who are exclusively work on HCM and they do not know rest of the topics. They do not know any different modules, neither in technical nor in functional. HCM will have exclusive resources in the market. SCM, supply chain management. This would streamline your inventory um, and logistics and manufacturing processes. So to convert this into Oracle applications R12, it is inventory, BOM, and WIP comes under the SCM. Primarily, SCM works on these three modules in Fusion Cloud. And the order management is again a different topics and considered as a different topic in Fusion. So applications R12 and Fusion is totally different, and the naming conventions, business dynamic conventions are different. We should not be comparing applications with Fusion. Now, CX. CX is customer experience. It engages with the sales, marketing, and the budgeting solutions. Oracle Fusion CX is used by sales team and pre-sales team who will acquire the projects to the company. Oracle EPM. So this helps. This is also an extension of the CX only. So EPM and CX is used by the same teams where they work on the different budgeting solutions and forecasting solutions of a project. Are we good till here?
Yeah.
Okay. Now advantages of Oracle Fusion would be, so this is an unified system and we do not need any any software tools to work on providing the solutions in Oracle Fusion. So in Oracle EBS, we used to use different tools like report builder, form builder, and workflow builder, all these tools, right? Here we do not need all those. The report builder is a web-based URL where you will be developing the reports, and a form builder is also a web-based tool called VBCS where you will be working on a web-based URL. So in this way, everything is web hosted. And the Fusion, there is no need to maintain the infrastructure as I have mentioned earlier because this is a serverless platform and it sits in the cloud. Now, cloud is a data center maintained by Oracle. So we will have a reduced maintenance cost and infrastructure cost because we are not hosting um, any EBS or ERP through our data center or servers. And Oracle continuously introduces the updates, security patches, and different innovations which will help users or customers to engage day-to-day business operations. So since it is releasing the updates on quarterly basis, the security patches are also included. So we do not really need to take care of any security related stuff, and it is taken care by Oracle. So normally in our Oracle applications, the DBA used to take care of different security stuff, and the security team used to take care of the security where the intrusions are eradicated. But here, those teams are itself not required, and it is all taken care by Oracle. So now, why should companies use Oracle Fusion? So looking at all the advantages which I have just mentioned, and all the compliances which Oracle gives you on as a standard basis, um, exclusive to different geographical locations. So now what is compliance? Compliance is, so let's say if we take USA will have certain compliance standard for auditing and for managing the finances and business operations, where companies should be following to make sure that they won't be penalized. So in this scenario, Oracle has provided the standard compliance related to USA, and whenever you put the data into the Fusion, it will be flown through these compliance structures, and the standard data flow will be followed. So there wouldn't be high scope for customizations in Oracle Fusion. You cannot really highly mold the data as per user requirement. So this is a highly compliance structured platform. And the financial period closures process are automated here, and just on running some concurrent programs in the Fusion, the standard financial closure process happens, and the concurrent program, which is called in Oracle application R12, is called as enterprise scheduler job in Fusion. This is main difference. So whenever we go for an interview, we shouldn't be saying concurrent program in Fusion. We should be standardly terming it as ESS job. ESS job, enterprise scheduler standard job. And every operation, whichever we do here in Fusion, has a high visibility and has a high standard structures which can be extracted to the standard reports, audit reports, which Oracle has by default have given. So any change in data, any customization in data is reflected in the standard report jobs. So these are called as audit reports here in Fusion. Any questions? Okay. Now, the differences, I have mentioned the differences here in the table. So here, if we take the different categories like type, UI, integration, customization, updates, analytics, implementation, speed, and maintenance, in R12, it is an on-premise system where the server is maintained by you, whereas in cloud, it is maintained by Oracle. The UI is forms based, where you will program it using the form builder and the Java programming to bring up the form to the user. And here it is a web based, and also it supports in mobile. You can open it in the mobile and access the system. Integrations. So in applications R12, we call it as interface, standard interface, and API based interface, where the structure is complex. since you need to build the shell scripting, you need to build PL SQL packages, and you need to build reports. Reports are reconciliation reports, and you need to host them in Oracle applications. Whereas here we use an integration tool called as OIC. We build the interfaces in the integration tool, and we will transmit the data from any third-party system to Oracle, or we will we will transform the data from Oracle and transmit to Oracle back again. Now, customizations. R12 used to support the customizations very heavily, but Fusion does not support. This is totally the standard configuration driven. So whatever the rules which are derived by the functional consultants as per the business and as per the geographical compliance, the same configurations are followed even in the customizations. So you cannot customize um, by overwriting the standard configuration. Here it is not at all possible. Updates. So in R12, the updates are used to be done by DBS, whereas here in the Fusion, Oracle has standardized that it will auto configure the updates in the cloud tool. So every company will have their own URL. So using that, Oracle will configure it. Analytics. Now, analytics is pretty basic in R12, where you use the report builder and BI publisher. But whereas here in Fusion, we have like 3 to 4 analytics tools, and it is very advanced and also AI driven. So the artificial intelligence is also used here, can be used here. The speed of implementation in R12 used to be slow because of different customizations and because of a lot of the UI screens and customizations being done. It used to be slower, but in Fusion it is fast because of the standard configurations which are being maintained by Oracle and also the functional consultants. Now, coming to the maintenance, we used to have an exclusive DBA team to maintain the R12, whereas in Fusion, we do not require any maintenance. It is maintained by Oracle. It has become their job. Any questions on this?
Sir, is there any involvement of DBA admin or no in Fusion?
So DBA is not highly involved here in Fusion. So there is a job for DBA also, which is OCI, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure job. So where he maintains the environment and the Oracle Fusion tier, and he looks at the different costing analytics and performance metrics. But as an OCI consultant also, he do not have a good amount of access to maintain the Fusion Cloud. So the job of DBA is very low.
Okay, sir. As the same as functional team also, sir. Or it is the same
No,
as the
OCI team is different, just like functional team, but functional team has very good amount of work in Fusion.
okay. Thank you.
Okay, moving to next. So coming to the different modules and the data, as I have mentioned, the ERP provides financial data to EPM for planning and reporting. So now here, the Fusion ERP covers only financial data, but it is transmitted to the planning team, planning, sales, budgeting team for planning a project. Now, HCM is an outstanding module, exclusive module, where the data flows only inside the HCM and it is limited to HCM. The other module which is linked with HCM is PPM, Project Portfolio Management, and ERP. Now the HCM data consists of the users data. Users are employees in HCM. Now employee related payrolls, work management, their project, all this data is in HCM, PPM, and ERP. So this is the data flow between HCM to GL. So HCM, finance, PPM, and GL. Coming to SCM, this pulls the data from the like inventory, PO, OM, and it transmits to the ERP, it transmits to HCM and GL. Now, how the link comes is, let's say a user is entering an item in the system or entering a PO in the system. Now the user data sits in HCM, and any PO, whichever we receive the goods for, is audited in the finance and GL. This is how the data is flown in through HCM to GL. Now CX. CX uses the customer and sales data from our ERP or HCM or PPM or from across the Oracle Fusion to optimize the services and marketing related data. So CX is a different module. I'm not aware of that. CX consultants are only um, functional consultants. There wouldn't be technical involvement much in CX. CICX is totally limited to the sales team, and they have an exclusive functional consultants only. But whenever they require any report relating to the data or business operations, they will approach a technical consultant, and we will be building the reports in the Oracle Analytics Cloud tools. So if anyone have any question, please stop me there and questions can be asked. Please do not hesitate. Now, okay. So these all modules which are present in OCI are commonly shared by a shared data model which is accessed by only technical consultants. So this shared data model meaning the technical consultants will work on all these modules, and they are responsible to deliver the reports or integrations or VBCS pages or any customizations relating to some additions of the data links or deep links in the Oracle Fusion application using the sandbox. Sandbox is a different environment which I will cover in following sessions. So now the supporting layers, as I have mentioned that there are 3 layers. One is OCI, one is OIC, and one is OAC. So these 3 are technical layers. OCI provides the storage and networking related support. OIC provides the integration support to integrate the data between different third-party systems and Oracle Fusion. And Oracle Analytics Cloud is just an reporting tool. So all the reporting tools comes under Oracle Analytics Cloud um, shelter. Now, these are the key differences which I have incorporated in this table. And I'll just give a quick walkthrough on this. If anyone have any question, please hold. Now, the differences between R12 and Fusion application is R12 is platform based. Oracle applications R12 platform is on-premise based, whereas Fusion is cloud. Technology stack is in Oracle applications. We used to have different technologies like form builder, report builder, PLSQL, workflow, OAF, ADF, and etc. But whereas in Oracle Fusion, we will be only working on Oracle ADF, Java, WebLogic servers, SOA, REST services, BI Publisher, BI Publisher in the sense Oracle Analytics Cloud, and different AI agents related technical platforms, which also includes the different other programmings like Python, in learning, R programming, etc. Architecture. So this is a tightly coupled and a module based where everything is interlinked to different other modules. And so let's say you have an order management. It can be linked with PO and PO to HCM, HCM to invoicing. Whereas in Fusion, this is an unified model and it is a single layer consistent across all the user experiences, and every module will have its individual data layer and is not shared by other layers, and business users cannot access that. User interfaces. So this is a traditional form based built on form builder and a kind of old UIs. So in Fusion, this is built on VBCS and Java and is totally web hosted UIs. You do not need any tools. Now, deployment. So in deploying any development, whether it is form or whether it is reports or anything, you need to go through the server. You need to place your forms in the server, then the run some commands in putty, and you need to deploy them. Whereas here we have the registrations. So where we will be registering, let's say if it is a form, we will build it in VBCS and we will register it with the Fusion. There is no deployment options at all here. It is just a registration process. Registration means, so VBCS. So you have an exclusive Oracle hosted UI with different security URLs, and your VBCS is interlinked with that. So whenever you develop something in VBCS, whatever name you give to the web page, that is registered with the Fusion, and it will be showcased in the Fusion environment. Now, why we use VBCS? VBCS is some kind of custom web page where you will enter the data and move it into ATP and reprocess it with OIC and move it back to Oracle Fusion standard pages. This is a custom page, but the data is remigrated to Oracle standard page. It's just user experience which we give using VBCS. Now, customizations. In Oracle R12, we used to have customizations on forms, AOL, and different interfaces and different interfaces for the business data. Whereas in Fusion, we will have the extensions and customizations are possible through sandbox and personalization layers. So the personalization layers are available in the sandbox where we can do a very minor customization in Oracle standard pages. Coming to the integrations, we used to work on different PL SQL, shell scripting, whereas here in Oracle Cloud, we work on Oracle Integrations Cloud. So the Oracle Integration Cloud uses different technologies like REST API, SOAP, and ERP cloud adapters, which will be communicating with the cloud ERP. So these naming conventions are very important whenever you attend an interview. So you cannot speak something in Oracle R12 and give an interview for a cloud requirement, because no naming convention which sits in Oracle Fusion, Oracle application is related to Fusion. It has totally different naming convention. Interviewers will catch out the interviewees if they say report builder instead of BI publisher or Oracle Analytics.